Today, we're taking you on a spectacular journey to China, a land of deep historical roots and awe-inspiring sights. From ancient monuments to bustling modern cities and serene landscapes, China has an adventure for every traveler. The Great Wall of China. Imagine embarking on a journey along one of the most astonishing feats of engineering the world has ever seen, the Great Wall of China. Stretching over 13,000 miles, this ancient barricade traverses deserts, mountains, and plateaus, winding like a dragon from the eastern shores at Shanghai all the way to the western frontier at Jiayuguan. As you walk along the well-preserved sections near Beijing, such as Beidaling and Muxinyu, you'll be treading the same paths that soldiers once patrolled during the Ming Dynasty. These parts of the wall are renowned not only for their accessibility, but for their grand watchtowers and panoramic vistas that offer a bird's-eye view of the surrounding landscape's forests in summer bloom, hills blanketed in autumn's golden hues, or the stark beauty of snow-dusted ridges in winter. Venture further to more secluded sections like Jiangku and Jinshanling, and you'll experience the wall in its more untamed form. Here, the Great Wall presents a rugged charm with steep, crumbling pathways and overgrown stones that tell a tale of endurance and decay through centuries. This is where you truly feel the weight of history and the whispers of ancient tales, as each brick holds a story of relentless labor and strategic genius. Beyond its physical might, the Great Wall embodies a profound chapter in Chinese history, constructed by various dynasties to protect the Chinese states against invasions and raids by nomadic tribes of the Eurasian steppe. Its construction spans several dynasties, each adding their own sections and fortifications, making it a symbol of both the might and the turmoil of ancient China. To walk the Great Wall is to walk through history. It's a journey that challenges the body and inspires the mind. Forbidden City, Beijing. Step into the heart of Beijing, where the Forbidden City, a grandiose palace complex of epic proportions, awaits. Constructed from 1406 to 1420 under the orders of the Yongle Emperor of the Ming Dynasty, this sprawling complex covers approximately 180 acres. Enclosed within a massive defensive wall and a deep moat, the Forbidden City served as the Chinese imperial palace for almost 500 years, housing 24 emperors up until the end of the Qing dynasty. As you pass through the Meridian Gate, the main entrance, you are led into a world of imperial splendor. The complex is a masterclass in Chinese palatial architecture, influencing cultural and architectural developments in East Asia and beyond. Terracotta Army, Xi'an. Travel back to the times of ancient empires in Xi'an, where the enigmatic Terracotta Army stands guard. Unearthed in 1974 by local farmers, this extraordinary archaeological find is one of the greatest discoveries of the 20th century. Nestled in the outskirts of Xi'an, in the Lintong district, the Terracotta Army is part of a larger necropolis, the burial complex of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, who unified China in 221 BC. The site consists of several pits, each filled with life-size terracotta figures arrayed in battle formation, a testament to the emperor's military genius and his obsession with the afterlife. Over 8,000 soldiers, along with chariots and horses, have been discovered across these pits, each meticulously crafted with unique facial features, expressions, and hairstyles, showcasing the extraordinary skill of ancient Chinese artisans. The level of detail extends to the warriors' armor and weapons, many of which were found to be fully functional and incredibly well preserved. The purpose of this grand army was to protect the emperor in the afterlife, a common belief in ancient Chinese culture, where the afterlife was seen as a continuation of earthly existence. The warriors were buried along with models of palaces, utensils, and even animals to serve the emperor as they would have in life. The Terracotta Army also offers insight into the technological and cultural sophistication of the Qin dynasty. The crafting techniques, the use of local clays, and the sophisticated acumen in firing the figures at just the right temperature all point to a society that was at the zenith of technological innovation during its time. Today, the site is enclosed within a museum complex that allows visitors to explore the pits up close through expansive viewing galleries. A visit to the Terracotta Army is akin to stepping into a time machine, providing a direct connection to China's distant and storied past. Li River, Guilin. Cruise along the Li River and immerse yourself in one of the most iconic and poetic landscapes in all of China. Flowing through the heart of Guilin's mesmerizing karst topography, the river stretches over 83 kilometers from Guilin to Yangzhou and is a highlight of any visit to the region. The journey along the Li River is like navigating through a classic Chinese painting, where each turn reveals a canvas of breathtaking beauty. The river meanders gracefully, flanked by dramatic limestone karsts that rise abruptly from the lush greenery of the banks. These peculiarly shaped mountains, cloaked in verdant foliage, have been the muse of Chinese poets and painters for millennia, their images gracing many scrolls and artworks. As your boat glides over the tranquil waters, you'll witness a landscape that changes with the light of day. Mornings might shroud the peaks in a gentle mist, creating an ethereal atmosphere, while the golden light of sunset bathes the rocks and water in warm hues, offering a completely different but equally enchanting vibe. The riverbanks tell a story of rural China, largely untouched by modernity. Water buffaloes graze quietly, farmers tend to their crops, and fishermen float by on bamboo rafts, casting their nets in a timeless scene. The reflections of the mountains in the clear waters double the visual impact, creating an asymmetrical dance of nature that is mesmerizing. Visiting the Li River is not just a sightseeing trip. It is an opportunity to step into a living landscape of cultural significance and natural splendor, offering a serene retreat and a profound connection to the natural world that is unique to this part of China. The Bund, Shanghai. Take a stroll along the Bund, Shanghai's iconic waterfront promenade, and witness a spectacular architectural showcase that spans centuries of history and innovation. As you walk this famous 1.5-kilometer stretch along the western bank of the Huangpu River, you are greeted by an open-air gallery of international architecture that is as diverse as it is impressive. To one side, the historical heart of Shanghai displays its rich colonial past through a range of majestic buildings that line the waterfront, each telling its own story. These buildings, constructed from the late 19th to the early 20th century, reflect a variety of architectural styles from neoclassical to Beaux Arts, Gothic to Renaissance Revival, each meticulously preserved to maintain its original splendor. Turning your gaze across the river, the view dramatically shifts to the future with the skyline of the Pudong district, a dazzling array of some of the world's most modern and striking skyscrapers. Dominated by the Oriental Pearl Tower, the Shanghai World Financial Center, and the towering Shanghai Tower, Pudong represents the epitome of contemporary China, bold, futuristic, and ceaselessly dynamic. These skyscrapers are not just feats of architectural ingenuity, but also symbols of Shanghai's ambitions as a global financial hub. The contrast between the stately elegance of the Bund and the futuristic vigor of Pudong encapsulates Shanghai's spirit of transformation and its ability to respect tradition while aggressively pursuing modernization. The Bund itself is more than just a picturesque backdrop. It's a vibrant public space where locals and tourists alike gather, drawn by its historical significance and its panoramic views of the city. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park. Explore the ethereal beauty of Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, a place where nature's artistry creates a landscape so surreal it seems to belong to another world. Located in the Hunan province of China, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is famed for its towering sandstone pillars, some reaching over 1,000 meters in height, which dramatically rise from the dense green vegetation below. The visual marvel of these pillars is amplified by the frequent mists that envelop the area, creating a mystical atmosphere that appears to float the mountains above the earth. This phenomenon not only enhances the park's otherworldly vibe, but also inspired the Hallelujah Mountains in James Cameron's blockbuster film Avatar. As you wind through the park's extensive network of trails and pathways, you'll be treated to constantly changing views and angles, each offering a new perspective of this stunning natural sculpture garden. The park is divided into several scenic areas, including Zhangjiajie, which is known for its awe-inspiring platform views, and Tianzi Mountain, offering some of the most spectacular peaks and the origin of many local legends. Adding to its mystical allure, Zhangjiajie is home to rich biodiversity, including dense forests that host a variety of flora and fauna. As you traverse its landscape, keep an eye out for the delicate orchids and wild azaleas that dot the region. The park is not just a haven for nature lovers, but also a cultural treasure trove, reflecting the heritage of the indigenous Tuja people. Potala Palace, Lhasa. Visit the breathtaking Potala Palace, an architectural and spiritual marvel perched atop Red Mountain in the heart of Lhasa, Tibet. This stunning structure, once the winter residence of the Dalai Lamas, serves not only as a symbol of Tibetan Buddhism, but also as a profound testament to the ingenuity of Tibetan architecture. Constructed in the 17th century under the reign of the 5th Dalai Lama, the Potala Palace is an immense structure composed of two main parts: the White Palace, which served as the administrative quarters, and the Red Palace, which is dedicated to spiritual study and Buddhist prayer. The entire complex spans over 13 stories, contains over 1,000 rooms, 10,000 shrines, and about 200,000 statues, making it one of the most grandiose architectural feats of its period. As you ascend the steps to the palace, the altitude of over 3,700 meters, 12,100 feet, adds to the physical and metaphorical height of the experience. The palace's exterior, with its stark white walls and ochre-red fortifications, stands in vivid contrast to the deep blue of the Tibetan sky, creating a visual spectacle that draws pilgrims and tourists alike from around the world. The Red Palace, in particular, is an essential pilgrimage site, housing the sacred stupas that contain the remains of several Dalai Lamas, elaborately adorned with gold, precious stones, and jewels. These chambers, often bathed in the flicker of butter lamp light, offer a serene and hallowed atmosphere that invites reflection and reverence. The Potala Palace is not just a historical monument, it is a living museum and a sacred place that continues to play a vital role in Tibetan Buddhism. West Lake, Hangzhou. Discover the tranquil beauty of West Lake, a serene oasis in the heart of Hangzhou that has captivated poets, artists, and emperors since the 9th century. This iconic freshwater lake is renowned for its picturesque landscape, blending natural beauty with historical and cultural significance. Encircled by lush green hills, West Lake presents a harmonious interaction of scenic spots dotted with gardens, pagodas, and temples, creating a panoramic view that embodies the essence of traditional Chinese garden design. The lake itself is divided into smaller areas by causeways and bridges, each named after the poets who were inspired by its beauty. A boat ride on West Lake is like navigating through a living scroll of classical Chinese painting. Which of these places would you like to explore first? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.